Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a report from NextNav, and trust me, it's not as boring as it sounds. We're going to see who got elected, how they voted, and if the company's accountant is still in the good books. Spoiler alert, there are no dramatic plot twists, but the details matter. Before we jump in, if you're interested in getting clear insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below. Come join the conversation. So, what's the story? NextNav held its annual meeting where they voted on important stuff like who gets to be on the board of directors and who gets to check their financial records. It's like a school election but with bigger stakes and way more money involved. Let's break it down. First up, the annual meeting. This happened in May of 2025. Basically, the big bosses at NextNav got together and had a vote on some key issues. There were two main things on the agenda: picking the people who run the company, the board of directors, and deciding who gets to be the company's official number cruncher. That's the independent accounting firm. It's all about making sure the company is being run properly and that the money is being handled correctly. Scroll elect the 9 Chem director nominees to the board. Scroll K. Let's talk about who got elected. NextNav has a board of directors which is like the company's leadership team. At the meeting, stockholders voted on who they wanted to be on this team. There were 9 spots up for grabs, and each person nominated was hoping to get enough votes to win a seat. Think of it as a popularity contest but with real-world consequences for the company's future. So how did the voting go? Well, Mariam Saron got a whopping 88,386,731 votes in favour. Only 31,663 votes were withheld. This means that most people were happy with Mariam being on the board. However, nearly 18.5 million shares didn't cast a vote on this. What does it mean? Maybe those shareholders didn't care, or maybe they just didn't bother to vote. It's hard to say for sure, but it's always important to pay attention to how many people are actually participating in these kinds of decisions. It shows how engaged the shareholders are. Next up, Bandal Carano. He got 87,749,764 votes in favour with 1,468,630 votes withheld. This suggests a little less enthusiasm than for Mariam, but still a solid win, and again about 18.5 million non-votes. It's a pattern we're seeing. H. Wyman Howard III got 88,831, 1,000 once for him with only 387,291 votes withheld. He seems to be quite liked by the stockholders, even vote with 18.5 million shares absent from the ballot. Alan Howe pulled in 87,345,793 votes. 1,102, 2,601 votes were withheld. Same story with 18.5 million broker non-votes. Howe clearly made the cut, but the withheld votes are a signal that not everyone's completely on board. Jonathan Marcus scored 88,383, Thornton 682 votes. Only 834,712 votes were withheld. Still, those same 18.5 million non-votes are present. It seems Jonathan is generally well regarded by the shareholders who actually voted. John Mulleton received 85,821,031 votes, 3,363 votes were withheld, which is noticeably higher than the others. That's still a win, but it might indicate some concerns among the shareholders. And yes, you guessed it, the 18.5 million non-votes are still hanging around. Nicola Palmer got 88,412,026 withheld. Nothing really stands out, and yes, the same 18.5 million non-votes are also present. Lauren Selby got 88,828,008 for 9 for votes, with just 389,585 withheld. It seems like Lauren is well liked by the voting shareholders. Still, 18.5 million didn't participate. Neil Subin secured 88,456,179 votes, with 762,215 withheld. Nothing really stands out. And yes, the same 18.5 million non-votes are also present. So what can we take away? All 9 nominees got elected, but the number of withheld votes varied. This might signal different levels of confidence or concern among shareholders. Also, the consistently high number of broker non-votes is interesting. It means a lot of shares weren't voted on, which could be due to various reasons like shareholders not being engaged or brokers not having instructions on how to vote those shares. But ratify the appointment to pass off Ernst & Young LL as the company's independent registered public scroll. Now let's move on to the next item on the agenda, the accounting firm. NextNav needed to get its shareholders to approve their choice of Ernst & Young L as the company's independent auditor for the year. Basically, this is like asking the shareholders, hey, do you trust this company to check our financial records and make sure everything is on the up and up? If the shareholders say yes, then Ernst & Young L gets the job. If they say no, then NextNav needs to find someone else. The vote count was pretty clear. Over 107 million votes were cast in favour of keeping Ernst & Young L, while only about 23,700 voted against. Around 31,000 abstained, meaning they didn't express an opinion either way. With such a huge majority, it's safe to say that NextNav's shareholders are happy with Ernst & Young LLP keeping an eye on the company's finances. It's a vote of confidence in the company's financial oversight. Alright, let's wrap things up and zoom out a bit. So what do we make of all this voting data? Well, first off, it looks like NextNav shareholders are generally happy with the direction the company is heading. All the director nominees got elected and the accounting firm got the thumbs up too. That's a pretty good sign. Now, here's a point of concern. A lot of shares weren't voted on in the director elections. Those 18.5 million broken non-votes are hard to ignore. Are shareholders not engaged enough? Is there a communication problem? It's hard to say, but it's something NextNav might want to look into. Overall, NextNav seems to be in a stable position. There aren't any big red flags jumping out from these results. However, it's always important to keep an eye on those details and see how things evolve over time. A smooth election doesn't guarantee success, but it does show that the company has a solid foundation to build on. Alright, that's our breakdown of NextNav's latest filing. What's your take on these results and what they might signal for the company's direction? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was helpful, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate filings. Don't forget to check out our Discord channel in the description where you can continue the conversation with other investors. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.